Lisa Minot, who joins us now. Lisa, hi to you. Bedlam, says Ella. Is that a fair description of what's happening at some of our airports right now?
I think that very much is the case. I mean, Dublin really had some shocking scenes this weekend, but we're seeing the same at both Manchester, Birmingham, and to a certain degree at Gatwick Airport as well. It's a perfect storm. We've got lots and lots of people all wanting to travel for the half term, also for the Jubilee weekend. And airlines and airports at the moment don't have enough staff to actually run the schedules and to run those flights that they have taken good money from people for.
Lisa, I just wonder whether some of the people who've been involved in aviation, whether it's baggage handlers, whether it's cabin crew, who decided during the depths of lockdown that actually aviation wasn't for them, working in the industry wasn't for them, whether they'll ever come back.
Oh, I mean, I think that's the challenge that's facing the aviation industry at the moment. These are not traditionally highly paid jobs. They're quite poorly paid and very antisocial hours. So if you have been made redundant from a job during the pandemic, then perhaps found something else where you're getting better pay, more social hours, there's very little incentive to actually want to go back into that environment again.
Yeah, one of my daughters flew, astonished me, I didn't even know she was flying, from Newcastle to Bristol for 40 quid. At the weekend, 40 quid. I know that's not representative of flights across the board, but it is a reminder actually that some of the lowly paid workers that you're talking about are shoring up that system, aren't they? Yes, you can fly to Bristol from Newcastle for 40 quid for return, but there's a pinch point somewhere.
Well, that's right. I mean, and we've already noticed, we know the fact that the airlines, airports have lost billions over the last 2 years. And we've had these, historically really low prices for flights as they were trying to encourage people back onto planes, encourage people after the pandemic to start travelling again. But that has to stop at a certain point. We've seen huge rises in fuel costs, of course, and then everything else is costing more money. And that's going to impact the price of flights going forward. You're very lucky if you can pick up a flight that's as cheap as your daughter's flight. I think more people are going to find that flights are actually going to be far more expensive. And that's the tragedy for people who've had these flights cancelled in the last few days, in that, the flights that they're now looking to try to book to salvage the holidays or the trips they were taking are now, completely different price range altogether and unaffordable for many people.
Lisa, should we just name the guilty parties? Is there an airport or an airline you'd really avoid this weekend?
Well, I mean, I think what we can say is that EasyJet has at least announced in advance, even though it's not, that long in advance, they have announced in advance which flights are going to be cancelled. We have had the same with BA. BA have been cancelling up to 100 flights a day, but people have been giving lots of notice for that. I think really it's across the board. We're seeing airlines that really are struggling. Particularly, we are seeing, unfortunately, time and again, it is the likes of BA and EasyJet, but that's understandable because they are amongst the largest airlines operating in the UK.
Lisa Minot is the travel editor at The Sun. Lisa, appreciate your time. Thanks very much indeed for it.